So, hi everyone, this is Country Music News International. My name's Nigel Sharpe, and I am very lucky to be talking to Mr. Corbin Burgett and Chloe Fowler, and they are sitting way over there in Lubbock, Texas, while I'm stuck here in Frankfurt, Germany. I'm not quite sure which is the better place, but maybe they can tell me. Hi, you guys. How you doing?
We're doing great.
We're
How are
doing good.
you?
Thanks for having
Yep,
us, Nigel.
my pleasure. Now, you were mentioning snow. Have you got snow right now in Lubbock?
Right
Yeah,
now, yes, we do. We've got probably a good
right
like
there.
6 inches outside right now. So,
Wow.
yeah,
That has to be a culture shock, hasn't it? Snow in Lubbock, Texas?
we're not used to this. We usually have maybe one or two good snows a season,
Yeah.
but it's been snowing for a week straight, and it's been like negative temperatures here. So it's been very, very, very cold.
Yeah, it's been crazy. About like Alaska down here.
Yeah, they've proven it's been colder than Alaska this week here. So
Yeah.
That's got to be cold, right? If it's colder than
it's very
Alaska.
cold. Yes.
Yeah. So, I guess what I'd like to know first of all is, obviously you're a duo, but how did that come about?
Yeah. So, well, we both met in college. So, a couple about 30 miles from Lubbock, there's a great school that lots of country music artists have come out of. Lots of ones that, lots of 90s country guys,
It's
some
just kind of
modern
this
people.
little hole in the wall, and we call them community colleges here. It's not a major university; it's just kind of a smaller school, but they have this incredible music program, and it's
Mhm.
all commercialized, so it's not going to be your classical program. It's more how the music industry is today in the commercial music scene. And so, anyways, we took a songwriting class, and we're in it together. And I was the only girl in that whole class. And I can play guitar kind of enough to strum along, but it's not anything that I want to show off to anyone. And for our project, we had to have our songs that we wrote in the songwriting class recorded. And so I needed somebody to help me play guitar on the project. And he volunteered to help me, and the rest is history.
So
Yeah.
who's the songwriter then? I mean, do you both write, or is it
We
more
do. It is.
Mm.
It is very much a mutual
Yeah.
project. Every song. He
Mhm.
is very, very, very talented at creating musical compositions. It's never ending stream of musical compositions. Whereas I'm more of the lyricist. I really love the written word, and so put us together. He creates music. I create the lyrics most of the time. Occasionally it switches, but
Yeah,
Yeah,
I was going to say,
as
does
we
it is it mostly the music first, then lyrics, or do you like throw lyrics at him like?
yeah,
we
a lot of times, it might just be a simple phrase that one of us gets stuck in our head. Um, there's a lot of times that I'll have had a musical idea for however long, may come up with it last night or for a couple of weeks, and then it's like, hey, I want to write something to this, and she has a lyrical idea. But sometimes, I mean, we can just be thinking of something or driving down the
Yeah,
road.
there's
It's
no
like
set formula. We don't have it one way every time. It's very much just a
there's been a lot of
go with the
times.
flow writing process.
Yeah, there's been a lot of times where it's been a specific phrase will come into one of our minds, and then a song will kind of spur off of that, you know. Um, but and some songs take 20 minutes to write, and some we spend days and days and however long
Yeah, but
perfecting, and it just
there's
depends.
no set formula.
Yeah, I think
We
that's the
definitely
same
like
for most.
co-writing though.
Mm. Yeah, and I had a question about one of the songs, and that's Lone Star, which I think is the most recent release. Is that right?
Yes,
Yeah,
it is.
yeah.
Okay, so I'm trying to listen to the lyrics and thinking, wow, this sounds like a protest song to me. Someone's not happy with something or other, but I really couldn't quite figure out what was going on in that song. So, is there some kind of background meaning to those lyrics?
Yeah,
Yes, there is.
yeah.
So we
I'm glad you picked up on that.
we got our start in the Texas country music scene, which is a
Right.
completely separate entity from the Nashville scene. And especially since we are based in Texas, it was just kind of natural to get started here. And we just throughout our experiences noticed that the people that were able to kind of launch immediately fit a very certain mold. And then if you didn't fit that mold, you kind of were shunned by
and what's odd is
the scene. It was a lot harder to get into the scene.
And what's odd is that the Texas scene prides itself on being anyone can do what you want and you can make it and all this.
Well,
right?
they pride themselves on having outlaws, kind of the Johnny Cash, Waylon Jennings, Willie Nelson.
It's supposed to be a place, where you can do what you like,
want to do,
and you can make it. And it's like, but there's always prejudices no matter where you go.
Well, we just it's hard when you don't, like I said, when you don't fit the mold, when you don't do exactly what they want you to do, or look like they want you to look like. It's also hard to be a woman in the Texas music scene. It's very, very much a male dominated industry. And so to come in as a woman and be able to find success is very hard.
So I was going to ask you what you consider to be real country. What is that to you?
Yeah, exactly.
I think it's a lot of going back to what country music was about in the first place. It was about being true to who you are, not really following the trends of the people. As we mentioned before, what our experience, especially here in Texas, is glorifying drug usage and alcoholism and all of the things that typically country music is not glorifying. That's kind of what was going on here.
People have gotten away from things that really matter, and that's kind of part of our mission it's definitely, one of the main things of our mission is to bring back, not that we're going to sit over here and sing, church hymns all day, but it's like, there's something to be said for being a decent human being and for, having a certain amount of morals and a certain, you know what I mean? And
I think it's just bringing back a sense of pride to
being a real country. So like, what makes you who you are, what makes you original. There's so many trend chasers these days that people are not all that original anymore. Even the people who claim to be original it seems like they set one trend and then there's like 100 others that just follow for 10 years and it's not original anymore.
Let's get back to your recordings. Now, you've just had the single released, but as I understand, you've got something coming up real soon, an EP, is that right?
Yes, we'll have a 3-song EP. We're planning to release probably midsummer. We got to go to Nashville and we wrote some of the industry's best writers, and we got to go record in Ronnie Millsap's old studio.
Okay.
And we had some of Nashville's best musicians. So if you're a guitar nerd, I'm sure you know who Brent Mason is.
I do. Yes.
Yes. So we had him on our record.
I got to write a guitar solo with him.
Yes, that is a whole other story for our time.
So it was funny. We did a harmony guitar solo. That was just an idea I had. So me and him sat in there about 10 minutes and we just wrote a part and played it together and tracked it right there. So
yeah, it was really cool. And we actually have the piano that did Smoky Mountain Rain on our stuff too. So it was a really kind of bucket list project. We're really excited about it. And so that should hit about midsummer.
How can people follow you? And have you got anything coming up in the near future?
Yeah, so we've got several cool shows coming up.
Here in the States.
Here in the
States. We were just informed we'll be on some kind of virtual festival in the UK come March.
Okay.
But we don't know all the details of that yet. I don't even know what it's called at this point. So.
Basically, if all you got to do is type in our name, Tex Westus, TEXWESTUS.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. We are. Find us Facebook, Instagram.
Just Google searches.
Twitter.
Anything.
Yeah, go to our website. It's just texwestus.com. We're iTunes, Spotify, all digital streaming platforms. We are there at Tex Westus. And that's how you can keep up with what we're doing.
Right. If you've still got that nice acoustic guitar handy,
Oh yeah.
how about playing us out?
All right.
Nice to have some music.
All right. What do you want to do?
Well, I would think we should do our latest song.
Do our latest song?
Yeah. So this is Lone Star. We just released this one February 12th.
So here we go. This is Lone Star. If you're gonna play in Texas, you better throw away that fiddle. Act like a fool, break all the rules, and you'll launch just like a missile. Make sure it's crown you drank, and you'll be crowned the king. Hit that 8-ball shot like you forgot. Your mama hears those songs you sang. You get called an outlaw, a rock star, just living that celebrity dream. You think you're different, son, but you got it all wrong. Hell, it's worse than Tennessee. Where's your class, boy? Are you the real McCoy? Don't you know you won't get the far? Cause you're all the same, just got different names. And now you ain't a real Lone Star.
Job is to be pretty and take a back seat to the boys. They'll smile and wave.
Where's your class, boy? Are you the real McCoy? Don't you know you won't get the fire? Cause you're all the same, just got different names. No, you ain't a real Lone Star. No, you ain't a Boom, there you go.
Wow, thanks so much for that. I will say farewell. This is Country Music News International. Again, my name's Nigel Sharpe, and I've been talking to Corbin and Chloe way over there in Lubbock, Texas. Thanks so much, guys. Really, really appreciate it. It was a lot of fun.
Well, thank you, Nigel, for having us. We really appreciate it.
Thanks, Nigel. We'll see you soon.
Okay, you take care, and I'll say goodbye.
Bye.